What makes the Department of Special Education programs, master's program, unique is that the faculty are committed to both research and teaching. And teaching and professional development is a very important part of their professional identity. And so it's typically the case that master's students and other graduate students have pretty strong, positive relationships with faculty. Because of who we are, we attract very strong students at the master's and doctoral level. And these students typically come with a very strong sense of purpose and commitment, and they're willing to work very hard. And so to be part of this cohort of other smart, knowledgeable, committed students creates a kind of synergistic environment. Research plays a very important role for faculty, for doctoral students, and for, I would say, the vast majority of master's students. The master's students, most master's students participate on ongoing research teams. The research brings them into applied settings like the Metro Nashville Public Schools, the Susan Gray School, which is part of the John F. Kennedy Center and Peabody College, and other settings, and gives students, master's and doctoral students, an entirely different dimension, whereby they learn about research, they have opportunities to interact with at-risk children or children with disabilities with very severe learning and or behavior problems. Another thing that makes, I think, the Peabody experience a unique one for graduate students, master's students in particular, is that faculty here are at the cutting edge. They're constantly probing, they're constantly trying to improve our knowledge about how best to work with most difficult to teach children, very, very young children all the way to youth in high school and beyond. And as a consequence, graduate students are oftentimes active partners in the effort to expand knowledge. And so many graduate students leave here with a knowledge base that is qualitatively different and, I would say, stronger and better. Master's students and doctoral students who are admitted into our program, virtually all of them are supported in full, meaning that either through training grants that we obtain through a competitive process from the federal government or from research grants that we have, we fund or we pay the tuition of our graduate students, and we also give them monthly stipends. The structure of the program varies a little bit depending upon whether you're in one or another of 3 program areas within the Department of Special Education. One program area is early childhood, a second is low incidence disabilities, and the third is high incidence disabilities. High incidence disabilities typically refers to preparing teachers to work with students with learning disabilities, behavior disorders, speech and language impairments, and so forth. Low incidence refers to preparing teachers to work with children with autism or on the autism spectrum, children and youth with intellectual disabilities, and early childhood is young children. So for high incidence, the master's students will typically spend time in schools satisfying student teaching requirements, and some other requirements. In early childhood, by contrast, a lot of the master's students will spend time at the Susan Gray School, which is on the bottom floor of the building that the Department of Special Education is in. We have a very popular program that prepares students for Applied Behavior Analytic Licensure, ABA licensure. And this is a very attractive license because it gives students, graduating students, an opportunity to work in all kinds of situations and settings with all kinds of clients as either part of an organization like a clinic or as an independent. And so more and more states are requiring this licensure, and more organizations are looking for people with this licensure, and such licensure coming from Peabody with this licensure, we feel is a strong competitive advantage. The master's degree experience at Peabody in the Department of Special Education equips graduating students to do any number of things. Many of our students leave with certification and a master's degree and go into teaching. In addition to teaching, many of our students go into clinical settings, and so they'll work as learning specialists, let's say, or behavior specialists in hospitals and clinics. Some eventually start their own consulting firms and businesses. Some go on to become administrators at the building or district level, and some pursue doctoral degrees.